Good evening. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm going to pop into the chat and find out. Get set up here. All right. There's a few of us online here. There'll probably be some more people showing up. I like to be punctual. It's 9:03, March 18th, 2015. 9:03 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My name is Joe Batron. I'm going to be filling in and running solo a little bit this evening. Lindsay is in the background. She may be on her tablet. She may not. I'm not sure. As a matter of fact, pardon me for just a moment. If you guys could type in the chat and let me know that you can hear me.
Good evening.
Hey, I'm live. All right. I'm going to, I guess I got to get Lindsay a link if she's going to be on. Lindsay is having technical challenges with her computer. She's been running around. She exchanged one and picked up a hard drive for another. And part of the joys of having your own business, whether it's a brick and mortar business or whether it's online, you're always going to have some type of challenges. And the moral of the story is that in order to be successful, you rise to the occasion and you handle what you need to handle. Excuse me one second. All right, so she's got a link there as well. Yes, loud and clear. Lisa, you are the bomb. Thank you very much. Hello, Mary, Katie, Amy. We have a couple viewers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to jump right in here. I like to be punctual and like to get things rolling. I'm in a goofy mood. I'm having a lot of fun. And that's part of my motto is we live to have fun while we get the job done. Too many people make this too difficult and take it too seriously. Life's all about choices. You can either choose to, roll with it and have a good time, or you can choose to let it bring you down. So I choose the the first part of that. All right, like I said, you guys I'm running solo and I'm bouncing all over the map tonight. So pardon me. I want to. First thing I want to do is, I don't know, most of the people are here are on the team. If you're not, I'm going to run through and kind of give you an idea. I've been in business for a long time, had many of my own businesses. I was licensed in real estate for 12 years. I was licensed in life, health insurance, and variable annuities. I've had a couple a sports bar, a few restaurants. My father was in flooring, one of my best friends was in flooring. I helped them start businesses. I've also been on the other end of the spectrum where I've worked for large corporations. I've also worked for mom and pop shops. I've tried a lot of different things. Had some home runs, had some successes, made a lot of mistakes, learned a lot of lessons. What I wanted to do in the back of my mind, when I was on the internet, we were playing some games and I was learning different things on another site that were just kind of pure fun, meeting people and having little battles and things of that nature. We used to learn HTML and talk and joke around about, wow, if we can only make money with the things that we're doing online here. A few years later, this was back in 2007 and 8, I started looking around and I actually found a site called Wealthy Affiliates University, and I paid $50 a month. People talk about, not wanting to spend any money, and I've had many of my own businesses, and every single business I've ever had, including every single job that I've ever had, have cost me a lot of money to get involved, to perform my tasks, to take those risks and those shots. But I had always I spent $50 a month. The point of the university is I spent $50 a month to be confused. I didn't have a lot of the technical skills. I didn't understand a lot of the things. I was very, very overwhelmed. There was so much information, and I'm not, like I said, I've been licensed in real estate, licensed in life and health insurance and investments. I've traded in the foreign currency market. So I'm a little smarter than the average bear, even though I never went to school to understand that part of it. But I was a 13-year-old runaway kid on the streets of Vegas. I had all the answers back then, and now I told my kids as they were growing up, the older I get, the more I realize I don't know. And hopefully, okay, I am live. Sorry, I had to go to another window. I was looking at one that had me frozen screen there. But so I never really got to get that much of a great education, but I was always hungry for information. I was always thirsty, like a sponge. So I always read a lot. I went to a lot of different meetings. I was involved in a lot of different sales organizations and things of that nature. And I always wanted to, like I said, I've had some successes in business, but man, I've married them. You know, it's just like you're living there around the clock, trying to make it happen. And I wanted something that I could leverage a little bit more of my time. So I didn't mind working. I didn't mind putting in my time. You know, I know it's something new. I know I got to learn, and I know life's not free. Um, it really kind of challenges me when everybody, the first words out of people's mouth are, you know, is it going to cost me any money? I'm going to give you a quick example. I went to work for Red Lobster. I put gas in my truck to drive around to the restaurant, actually, and went in and did an interview, and they said, you know, okay, great, things sound good. You know, you've got some experience. We need you to come back and talk to us, you know, another manager for a second interview. So the next day, they scheduled me to come in and talk to somebody else. I put gas in the truck again, or still had gas that I paid for. And I drove there and I did the second interview, and they said, all right, we're going to hire you. You need to have non-slip shoes, $30. Black slacks, bought 2 pairs, $30 a piece. That's $60. We had to have white Oxford button-down, you know, collared shirts, long sleeves. They had to be creased, so I had to iron my stuff every day and look really sharp. Those are $17 a piece. You're wearing white shirts. I'm a bartender and I'm a server in a seafood restaurant, so obviously you're not going to go through, you know, be able to use one shirt. So about 3 of those, that's $51. So $60 on the pants, $51 on the shirts is $111. $30 on the shoes is $141, plus the gas for just the 2 interviews that I had went on. And then they said, we need you to come in for the next 5 days. You're going to drive to the restaurant and you're going to train, and then we're going to send you home. And then the following week, we'll put you on the schedule. Talking about a 10-day period, I've had to drive back and forth to the restaurant about 8 different times, spent $140 for a uniform, and people, they never spend any money to get a job. There are some jobs where you might already have, you know, the appropriate clothing. It might not be that far from home where you can get back and forth relatively quickly. It's very rare. If you have kids, you need childcare. You're balancing your schedule. You're juggling things. You're calling in favors. You're asking family members to help you out. You may have a spouse or significant other that pitches in, and you guys are able to juggle that. Life, you know, if everything was free, there'd be no money for us to make, and people don't seem to get that concept. So I like to be very, you know, forthright and upfront with that kind of stuff. There, it's going to cost you. Period. You know what I'm saying? You got to spend it. Now, the difference is value. A lot of people come in and, you know, and when you're having a hard time and you don't really, um, that's one of your first concerns. Is like, wow, this sounds really cool, but can I do it? You know what I'm saying? I'm involved in a lot of other things that actually cost even more so. I'm not going to get into that tonight. This kind of ZNZ is a catalyst. ZNZ is actually the company we work for. If you're new and you're actually watching from the outside, then you're going to learn something here tonight. I don't know if we have a couple guests or not, if everybody's on the team. If everybody's on the team, then this is going to be kind of like a little bit of a training, a little reiteration, learn a little bit more about my story. So anyways, I wanted to have something that I could leverage my time. I knew I was going to have to spend some kind of money, but I didn't have a lot of money to spend. I did leave Red Lobster after 7 years and was actually unemployed when I came across ZNZ. So I really, really didn't have a whole lot of money. I was in a one-horse town. It's called Floral City, Florida. And I had totaled my truck. I didn't even have transportation. Okay, can you guys hear me now? Should be coming back in. Hello, 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 hello. Can you hear me now? Can't hear or see. I am back on the Hangout. So, okay, Amy sees me now. Scary thought, Amy. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Wow. Wow. It just goes to show you don't have to you don't have to be real bright or real technical to make money in this business, folks. I'm just kidding, but when you're running solo by yourself, all right, cool, thank you. I was on a different screen. I'm in a totally different browser for the video, so I couldn't really pop back and forth to actually see what was happening. So thank you for being patient. I really have absolutely no idea where I stopped at. So here's the reality, all right? I wanted to do something online that I could leverage my time. It wasn't going to cost me a lot of money. I found a tweet on Twitter. I clicked on it. It led me to a presentation. Most, if not all of you, have already seen this presentation or something similar to it, and it led you to this company. And if you were like me and everybody else, and I've had over 20,000 people in the last 3 years, by the way. I started April 28th of 2012. So I'm a little less than 30, 40 days away from my 3-year anniversary with this company. But just like everybody else, you know, when you come across something on the internet, you know, most of the time your first inclination is, you know, this is a scam or is this real? For me, I don't look at things in a pessimistic kind of way. I look at things, you know, like, wow, is this real? That'd be really cool if I can do that. And I look for how things can work and how things can happen. And that's where I've had a lot of my successes, despite the fact that I was a runaway kid. I didn't go to school. I literally got kicked out of 9th grade both semesters. They made me go to 10th grade, and I got caught skipping school there too. And then I dropped out in 11th and went to work because I had all the answers. As I said previously, the older I got, the more I told my kids, the more I realized that the less I do know. So anyways, it led me to this presentation. I was a little bit skeptical, and I was just about to click that button, and I said, you know what, let me send an email to this guy that I found it through and see. I want somebody that I can talk to, somebody that I can say, hey, man, I need some help. I think that's what the fear factor that a lot of people have. And we didn't have this system here. We didn't have somebody like me that could jump in and cover. Thank you, Katie, for the rehash on totaling my truck. Anyways, we didn't have this type of system set up where you had the type of support and you had people that you can go to and then you had training. But the way this all evolved and was developed is we became students. We wanted to learn more, and we learned by trial and error. And we went to Google, we went to YouTube, and we watched videos, and we read articles, and we went to webinars, and we followed the steps of those prior, before us that were successful. And as we brought new members on, we're getting hammered for the training, and people are texting you, and or step and what's that? And we went, wait a second. So let's take a step back and let's put a training program together. Let's put some videos in place. Let's put some Word documents in there, and let's teach. If I put this video, for example, there's only about 8 or 10 people on tonight, but by the time the next one rolls around, 100, 150, 200 people can come in and watch this. If you guys were all going to work and said, hey, go to this hangout, and you can see that there's actually real people, there's a real person. Like I said, I'm running solo tonight. Lindsay had to replace her hard drive and get a couple other things going on her computer. She's downloading Windows 7 and having some technical issues. But so awesome. Sorry for the interruption or the pause. Rhonda's on her 3-year anniversary in January, and that's outstanding. That's another example of the type of support that we offer and that you get is there's a lot of us that have been working together for a long time. And as I said, the necessity of wanting to give and wanting to help people is what's created all this different training and support. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to run through the company real quick, and then I'm going to system and how we assist you that in the training process. And then I'll take any kind of quick questions. I'm going to cut it a little bit shorter tonight. It's about 9:22. So this is this is where I was at before. I said I was going to show you some things, and I said I get better share my screen if we're going to actually be able to see what Joe's talking about. So let me switch over and see if we're there now. We are. Awesome. Okay, so now you're seeing my screen. You're seeing yourself, actually. Kind of creepy, isn't it? But when you go to the website, or you see somebody's ad and then you ask them for information, you might have a little bit of a conversation with them, and then they say, hey, well, go check out our website with information, and then it's going to lead you to a capture page. And then what we call a capture page is where somebody goes and they get a brief bit of information. It's kind of like a little teaser, and they say, you know what, that looks good, I want some more information. And they put their name and their email in, giving you permission to send them, because you can't just blast people with information on the internet. There, the CAN spam, anti-spamming laws. But people will give you permission to send them more information, and they want to go to the next step, and then it'll take them to a video page, something similar to this. This is my video page here, where it'll have a video overview, and then there'll be some tidbits. There's some frequently asked questions. Firefox is one of the systems that's required for us to use, so that's set up there. And this is one of my favorite expressions here. Life doesn't change by chance; it changes by choice. There's always a choice. I've worked, like I said, I've had over 20,000 people have contacted me in the 3 years. I have 12,000 names and emails of people that have given their information, wanting some more information. There's not a whole lot that I haven't seen. In the back office or in the system, you're going to see something like this for ZNZ1. Step 1 leads you to the company. It's called Zip Not a Zilch. ZNZ1 is one of the first programs that we work. When you come down here, it's free to sign up. And this is where a lot of people get confused. They're like, oh, well, you said it's free, but, we got to pay money. It's like, no, you don't pay anything. You sign up here with an email. It'll say you're being referred by user ID. Make sure that this is in green when you're signing up, and make sure that there's an ID there, because this is what links you. You're going to get an ID number when you sign up, and you're going to want your people to make sure that they're, jumping in with you. So, you want to make sure that that's green. You put in your email there. It's going to enable you to sign an account. The ZNZ1 program, and people want to know how we get paid. ZNZ1 is one of the advertising programs we work. I'm going to go in and show you the insides here in just a minute. But the way, there's several different options to get paid. PayPal is one of them. ZNZ1 pays a $20 referral fee. As you hold your mouse over, you can see cash is deposited right into your account, your PayPal account, with no fees. $20 referral. They're actually giving a $5 bonus as well. You can receive a check. You need to have a minimum of 2 referrals. You get $20 per referral, and the checks are cut once a week. Payza is another system that's similar to PayPal that gives you an alternative, and again, cash is deposited right into your Payza account for $20. These are different incentives, and the way the site kind of started out is, there's a variety of different things you can choose from. If you weren't looking for money and you wanted to get a 16 gig iPhone 5C, or you wanted a 16 gig iPad, me personally, I like cash. So I'll choose the money, and then I'll go find my deals on different electronics and things of that nature. I already have an account, so I'm going to go ahead and log in to my accounts here. It's kind of funny. I was using a gaming email from when I used to play games on back in the day, and that's what I ended up signing up for. As I mentioned, April 28th, 2012, you can see is when I signed up here, and I was referred by, this is actually a good friend of mine now. I've actually been to his house in Seattle. His name's Steve Johnson. Him and his wife rescued golden retrievers, so his screen name is Paul Marks, and then it's his ID number. I was talking about the number. I don't want to get to people's personal information, but in the time that I've been with the company, you can see right here on the bottom of the screen, it says your referrals, total referrals are 1,872 people that have signed up with me on ZNZ1. It definitely works. A little additional training for those of you that are new. When you first sign up, I told you get your own ID number. You'll find it here on the status page at the end. It's probably going to be a 7-digit number, because There's been over 1 million people that have actually signed up with the company to date. That's how popular it's been. Okay. The way this company works, it's an advertising platform. ZNZ in July 14th of 2007 saw the trends of companies going more and more towards the internet to advertise, because traditional advertising really wasn't working. People have TiVo and DVRs and they're skipping over commercials the company spent millions and millions of dollars on. So they said, hey, let's partner up with these companies and let's build a website where these companies can advertise some of their products and services, and then let's combine it with people that want to work from home, they want to make money. So the companies spend money on advertising, and you as you get to work from home and earn commissions from these companies. The ZNZ makes their money from the companies. That's how ZNZ can let you sign up for free, is they don't have to charge you because they make commissions on this as well. These companies, we do a couple of trial offers. You've got to get 1 credit, which you can see here on the 29th, a little after midnight. I mentioned I found it on the 28th, and I shot the guy an email, and he got back to me, and we got on the phone, and we talked for a little while. We actually hit it off. He was a real estate developer and an accountant, and I was in the real estate investments arena for 12 years. So we talked on the phone for a while, and I saw that it was legit, and I went on and I did a trial called Privacy Guard, and it gave me my 1 credit. Now, what's changed since then is that not all of the trials are 1 credit. You see here 0.30, 0.30. This is 1 full credit. It's a $9.95 program. I don't recommend that on the first shot here. I'm going to show you, actually, I told you guys how I'd show you get your people started for free. So if you click cost right above the page numbers, and there's actually a lot of new offers here. You see 77 offers to choose from. If you click cost and you click refresh, it brings all of the free and the low-cost offers to the first page. So now you don't see that $10 trial up there. These vary. Credit Sesame is a free trial. But I'm going to show you quickly how you can get started here with absolutely nothing in a really short period of time. Each one of these trials is going to take you 5 to 10 minutes to fill out the information and get the crediting. Again, I showed you, make sure you're using Firefox. MyScore.com is 0.50 credits, and it's absolutely free. You signed up for free, so we haven't spent any money. Hold your mouse over the trials here, and you'll see get your credit score in 3 minutes or less, okay, with a successful enrollment into the credit trial. To receive the credit, you might sign up on a trial with a valid credit card. You can also use a debit card. Now, what this is a 7-day trial. You're not required to keep any of them, although we encourage you. If you like it, keep it. If you don't, cancel it. I want to give a couple quick prime examples. When you're in the mall and you're walking through the food court and you go past the counters and you have people that are standing there handing you a toothpick with a piece of chicken on it or something like that, or some food, they're handing you a sample of their products and their food. They're giving you a trial offer. Hey, try this out. If you like it, you can buy some right here. If you don't, thank you for your, trying it out. It's the same thing. You're in the grocery store. You come around by the deli and they got some cheese and crackers and some sausages all cut up. They got a new product that they want to display, or they've got a barbecue sauce. They've cooked up some chicken and they want you to try it out, and it's sitting right there on the shelf. You try it, you like it, you buy some. If you don't, thank you for your time. This is the same concept. It's just moved over into the internet. That enables us to magnify it and put it out to thousands upon thousands of people. As I mentioned before, I was looking for something that I could leverage my time so that I didn't have to be the one there doing all of the work. Now, I can put out ads. It takes me, we'll get into that in a little bit more advanced training, but we have some different little programs we can use. I can put out hundreds of ads that I can schedule in about 15 to 30 minutes in a day and then go about my business, and ads are popping all over the internet. People are checking it out, getting the information, going to my website. It's working for me around the clock, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, whether I'm online or not. Now, this trial, it shows you in 3 minutes, all right? You get a half a credit. So you do that one. Then GameFly, everybody that plays games or has kids knows about GameFly. It's 0.30. This is a 30-day trial. What they want you to do, they don't require you to keep it. Although most people that do GameFly that have kids or they're gamers, they're going to keep it because they get to switch up games and stuff like that. But it's a 30-day trial. They ask you to try it out for 25 days. You've got to give it an honest shot. They're also going to give you 1 month of Hulu Plus included in this. So you actually get 2-in-1 for free in this trial, and it's 0.30. So now you've got 0.80. You can choose this trial right here, .20 is free. It's another, you can compare this credit reporting service with this credit reporting service, or this is an insurance, this is a newer one that I haven't checked out yet. Consumers are matched with insurance providers, saving them hours of time and help them locate the best deals. You've got to basically get an insurance quote. We've had something similar to this in the past, but what you basically do is you would sign up for this, and you'd have an insurance agency contact you or email you and give you a quote. See if you might be able to save some money. So, you know, you're going to do a free trial. You might actually end up putting some more cash in your pocket. As I said, there's a lot of new trials on there. We've added probably another 20, 25. This is another Megaflix Net, which looks something similar to Netflix. Thousands of hot new releases daily. Yeah, it's .30 for free as well. So this is my my life identity, .20. You only need one credit. I mean, look at these two lines right here. There's six trials right here that you can do for absolutely nothing. It's going to take you about 10 to 15 minutes tops. You're going to fill out the trials. You like them, you keep them. You don't, you cancel them. This is one, like I said, it's a 7-day trial. You try it out for 5 days. I actually tried a service like this before I even knew what this was. I wanted to clean up my credit. I wanted to take a look at it. I disputed a lot of things and challenged it. And I stayed a customer for 3 years afterwards. So they gave me a free trial. I paid $15 a month for 3 years. That's $180 a year. That's $540. Now, you wonder how these companies can pay out commissions. Let's say they pay $20 per trial. And they do 10 people come in and do a trial. And they know that 3 of those people are going to stay customers like I did. So they'll spend $200 on 10 people to try it out. Only 3 of them keep it. Out of those 3 people, they make $540. They've actually brought in $1,620 in business for giving away free trials, and it cost them $200 for those 10 people. So it's a $1,420 net. That's actually a pretty good deal. Did I hear somebody join me on gals? I heard a noise. I thought somebody jumped in on the webinar with me. But anyways, so, you know, that's how really simple it is. We signed up for free. I showed you 6 different trials. Actually, I didn't even go into the Target. I didn't go to the Target card because you actually have to be approved for that card. So not even counting that one. You know, you've got 6 different trials right here. You can get your credits for free. And then once you're qualified, you make $25. It's $20 plus $5 bonus that they give out every month on this program. Now, you didn't spend a dime. So we can teach you how to get started here. You get signed up with this, you get qualified, then we can jump in and we can, you know, set you up with an online system, and we can teach you some free advertising. It's going to be a little bit more work, but you can make $25 a pop here. And then the second program we work is called ZNZ Big Cash. So if you click on that one, this takes you to ZNZ Big Cash. They have a multitude of programs. ZNZ's probably got about 20 to 25 websites that are all, you know, along the same lines as far as trial offers. We work the 2 most popular, the 2 that are easiest, that allow us to make money the quickest. ZNZ Big Cash pays you $60 per referral, and then you get a bonus every single month as well, and it's 25%. So that would be another $15. So that's $75. So between ZNZ Big Cash and ZNZ1, okay, you get $25 here and you get $75 here. That's $100 per referral. Now, we started absolutely free. So if you started for free on ZNZ1, you got serious about it. And when you started putting out, you know, as many ads as you possibly could, you followed the directions that we give you, you could make your first $25 within a day or 2. It might take you a few days. Some people are faster than others. Some people already have 3 or 4 or 5 people in mind that they want to invite, and they can run right over. They can invite them and make that $25. Now, you didn't put anything out of your pocket. You made $25. Now you do something smart, and you come over here and you're signed up for Big Cash. Again, make sure there's a referral number. They're all going to be different, so you're going to have different numbers on each one of them. And you're going to come over to Big Cash, and you're going to take their money that they just paid you, and you're going to get signed up for your trial offers and get qualified on Big Cash. Pop over to the offers. Again, there's like 77 offers. Right above, you're going to click cost. You're going to click refresh. As you can see here on the 29th, I took the day and I did all these little offers right here for these little small credits, and I got my 1 credit. I did it 1 time. Think of all of the training. I was licensed in real estate, as I said. I decided I wanted to try timeshare out. I had to go through a 3-week training class in a suit and tie, and I had to memorize a 42-page pitch, and I had to stand up and I had to deliver the pitch in front of my other coworkers and the managers in front of them in order to even get started working with a job. So to have to do a few trials like this, that take, what, 5-10 minutes a piece. Even if it said what I do, 7 trials right here, you can probably do it in less today. But even if each one took you 5 minutes a piece, that's 30 minutes. If it took you 10 minutes a piece, that's 1 hour. Big deal. I went through 5 days of training and spent $200 to get a job in a restaurant to work as a bartender and a server. Now, if you use let's just say we use these 3 up over here. We used the MyScore, we used GameFly, and we used freescore.com on ZNZ1, so we couldn't come over here and do that again. You've got, these are 0.5, they're free. This is another 0.5, 0.10. I went ahead and did a couple. I showed you that one, the Penzler. The reason I wouldn't use it on the other one because it gives you almost a half a credit here. But you can see there's different things. This is another credit reporting service for $1. Freester is another $1. They have Walmart deals going on. VideoStripe is online videos, another $1. These 3 right here will be 20, 35, 45, and you spent $4. There's another $1. Gillette razors. Who doesn't shave? Most people do. $1.99 is another 10. Literally, guys, for about $10, you can run through here and you can get your own credit. You have kids, Disney books, Dr. Seuss, Elmo's Learning. You got Disney Movie Club. Here you could actually get a knife for that. Fresh Smoke. This is one of the little e-cigarettes. Many people are trying to get healthier and quit smoking. I think I'm coming up on a couple of years now that since I had quit. So you get to try some fun things, especially if you have the right attitude and outlook on it. You knock all this stuff out in about 30 to 60 minutes, and you're done. Now you're qualified for life. You can see the April 29th of 2012. You do these one time, you never ever have to do them again. Okay. Now I want to talk about training and support real quick here. This is the ZNZ Solutions team. We're doing them on Tuesday nights. We've switched them to Wednesday nights, and that's basically out of we have Lindsay basically has ball games for her sons, and Wednesday night is the night that she can do them. She just happens to be challenged with her computer this evening. But I was starting to talk about flexibility and the fact that this is our business. We run the show. We choose our own hours. We choose our own schedules and things of that nature. So we can pretty much do this as we want. But the ZNZ Solutions system, I'm going to pop back, I believe. Oh, wrong window. Oh, there we are. Okay. So once you sign up for ZNZ1 and you knock out your trials, like I said, you can get started for free. You jump into big cash. You can either take $10. Personally, I spent away. What's $10? You roll through McDonald's. You grab a couple of value meals nowadays. And you spend $10, $12. You have lunch. You never think twice about it. And yet, this is a business opportunity. It's a viable business that you can make hundreds and hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars. I know I work at part-time because I do a couple other businesses. Like I said, this is something that is a catalyst and enables you to learn different marketing. And that's another skill, another thing that I'll jump back into when I pop back on the screen. But I wanted to get into the system here. So you're going to get the training and support. You've got the training center, which will actually lead you over to, actually I wanted to come here, the ZNZ Solutions team. This is our members login. It is password protected, so you do have to be part of the team, and you have to register to get into the training system. But once you're inside, you got 8 core commitments that we get started every single day. We give you videos step by step on how to get started on all of these programs. And these are some awesome training videos and tools to use. If you think about it, I Googled how much would it cost to get a marketing degree the other day, and it was between $8,200 and $23,000 or $22,000 and change. to get a marketing degree. The type of things that we teach you how to put out advertising, we teach you how to create blogs, we teach you how to create content, we teach you how to get people's attention and direct them and point them in. You know, the same way you see a McDonald's commercial, they're grabbing your attention, they're saying, hey, here's some really cool stuff, we got a new product out, come to McDonald's and check it out. We do the same thing. We're just pointing people at ZNZ. Why are we doing that? Because these companies pay us a commission when people do these trial offers. You do them one time, we jump in together, and as I said, it's a catalyst to getting into other systems. But this will take in, and let me see if I can view my capture page here. I want to show how the system works. This is one of our capture systems where you're going to have this available for you. People are going to say, yes, I want some more information, and they're going to put their name, first and last name in, they'll put a phone number, they'll put an email, and they'll say, hey, yeah, let me check this out. When they do that, you're going to have, oops, I wanted to edit capture page, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Sorry, I was trying to go to a landing page, and I am in the admin part of this, and it's not going to give me a landing page. It's going to be very, very similar to what I was showing you on mine. Mine's a little bit different, but the ZNZ Solutions team is already set up for you. You don't have to design a website. You don't have to build anything. You're going to slap your personal information there so people can get a hold of you. And I'm not talking about putting your address and things of that nature. You don't need to do that. You're going to, every time somebody puts their name and email in, it's going to give you your contacts. You can actually switch the different pages up. You can see the one right here that I just showed you. You can actually do an email broadcast to all the people that are on your list. You can set up your notes on your calendar. This is your office. This is your online office that you manage everything with. Okay, so this is part of what you get when you sign up with the ZNZ Solutions team to work with ZNZ systems of ZNZ1 and ZNZ Big Cache. I believe that's kind of what I wanted to show as a whole this evening. Like I said, I was kind of bouncing around. Do you guys have any questions? Like I said, I believe most of you guys are pretty seasoned and know what's happening. I'm going to jump over here and pull off my screen or stop screen sharing. Oh, Lindsay came on. Cool. Are you able to talk with us, Lindsay, or are you just kind of incognito there?
I think so. I'm on my iPad.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, there you are. Yeah, it's not the greatest of pictures. It's a little bit dark, like you said earlier. Awesome. Glad you're able to get on. What I basically did is, Linz, is I pretty much told my story. I bounced around. I got kicked off. I came back. I said, you don't have to be really very smart to make money, and I proved it. And
I think we're all proving it.
Yeah, it's just, you know, and this is another perfect example. Lindsay doesn't even have her computer up and running. She had to buy a new hard drive today, installing it. She's got Windows 7 coming down, and she's jumping in, improvising, and that's just really what it's all about. You know, you do whatever you have to do when you have to do it to make the money. I'm going to turn the floor over to Lindsay. Let me give you a quick little intro on how Lindsay and I met. As I showed you, I jumped in April 28th of 2012, and we were scampering around trying to learn and trying to figure things out. We didn't have these kind of webinars. We didn't have the system here, and we both ended up getting involved with a group, and we became friends. That's a little over coming on 3 years ago that we did that, and throughout this time we've stuck together and we've worked together and we've developed all these different types of programs and trainings and things to help you guys out. I have a lot of respect and admiration for Lindsay. She delivers everything from the heart. She's constantly giving, constantly trying to figure out new ways to help people improve their lives and help them make money. And I'll let her tell you her story real quick and take it from there. The floor is yours.
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can see you.
I'm sorry, guys. My iPad is just not wanting to work with me. The lighting in here is just kind of bad, maybe. So, those of you, oh, crap, you may have to, like, listen. You may have to see my double chin. Anyways, I went and bought this computer, okay? I got to tell y'all this story. So I went and bought it, and it was a little touch screen and all that, but it just wasn't fast enough. So I'm like, well, crap. You know, I guess I'm just used to my laptop because that sucker would roll. I mean, it was souped up, and it was perfect. So I decided to take it back, and I had an older computer here because I sent mine off to be fixed because I bought the extended warranty. And so I'm just a computer junkie, I guess. So I thought, well, I'm gonna fix my own computer. Okay, so you guys, if you get started with us, you're gonna be like new and don't know anything, right? So the difference here is when you get started with us, you're gonna have all the training that you could possibly even imagine to get started so that you can be successful, right? So I'm looking at this computer because I bought a new hard drive, and I bought some RAM so that I could beef it up. And the guy told me at Best Buy that it'd be a couple of days if they installed it. And I'm like, I got a business to run. I need one now, you know. So I thought about buying another one, and I thought, well, I could buy a computer or I could go on my trip. You know, I really don't want to break into the money that I've been saving to go on my spring break trip this week. By the way, if you're on here for me, I won't be available because starting Friday, me and my kids are going to go camping, and we're going to be gone until next Sunday. So, anyways, but I was just thinking, you know, I thought, well, I can do this, you know, and it just goes back to, like, there's so many things in life that don't come with instructions, you know what I mean? But it's still doable, right? So, you know, I'm just thankful that I set all of this stuff up so that people actually have instructions. Because, you know, I remember when I got started and I had no clue how to do anything. So I'm really thankful that I vowed then to help my team, right? Those of you that are on the team, you know, I have put so much training back there so that you can learn. You're basically getting a marketing degree, just like Joe said, for like literally pennies. So that's pretty exciting. Anyways, I got started about 4 years ago. My mom had just passed away, and so I didn't have my crutch to go to get me out of debt when I needed to borrow money, right? So anyways, I took off work to take care of her, and when I called to go back to work, they basically told me that they didn't have anything for me because I'd taken 3 months off. And so, you know, when you're backed against the wall, kind of like tonight, you know, I'm kind of backed against the wall because luckily I have Joe to have my back if I can't do, you know, the live hangouts. But my team depends on us every week, so it's really important to me that I show up. So luckily Joe kind of come on, and then I was like, well, I got my iPad. But the point here is I needed a computer, so I thought, well, I'll just fix it myself. It can't be that hard, right? Let me tell you, when you install a hard drive, apparently you have to install Windows, which those of you that have computers, if you haven't made a restore disk, go do that because I didn't do it. I mean, I just thought, well, I didn't need to do that. Which brings me to another point. Sometimes there are things set up to do, kind of like in our team, you know, that are proven that work, but sometimes you think to yourself, well, I don't really need to do that, right? But then you're going to kick yourself in the tail later on down the line when you're not making any money because you didn't do what we told you to do, right? So it's kind of like now I'm kicking myself in the tail because I didn't do one of those, you know, create one of those discs that it bugs you the crap about. I mean, it bugs you to death when you first, you know, load up your system. When you first buy the computer. But I didn't do it. I didn't think I needed it. Now I wished I would have. So, you know, my thing is we have everything set up in place. We have directions. We have everything that you need to be successful. So whoever brought you here, you need to go back to them and get started. That's all you have to do. Just get started. Do the little trial offers. I did them. Joe did them. All the members of our team did them, and let me tell you, I have signed up a bunch of people. And I'm sure there are others on our team that have done that as well. It's super simple. I mean, you know, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to do it, right? So somebody was talking to me today, and they were like, you know, I don't know if I can do that. And so I asked them, I said, well, what makes me any better than you? And she just kind of sat there. She said, well, you've been doing this for 4 years. And I said, well, that's true, but I mean, at one point in my life, I was where you were. Only you have the advantage now because you get to talk to somebody that knows how it works, that knows what to do to be successful. So, guys, if you don't think that you can do that, why couldn't you? Why are me or Joe or anybody else on our team better than you? We're not. We just made the decision to get started, right? Super simple. So, it's coming up on an hour. Joe, do you got anything else?
No, actually, no, I'm here. I was, no, I was pretty much coming to the see when I came back to see if anybody had any questions that you were on, and wanted to make sure that as hard as you work to get there, that or get online, that we made sure we got to hear from you. Yeah, I had to replace the hard drive on my laptop. Actually, the laptop I'm on now, I replaced the hard drive once before, but I did make sure that I had it backed up, and I did make the discs. For those of you that aren't familiar with what we're talking about,
I didn't do that.
Yeah, you can actually just click the little Windows Start button down on your bottom left-hand corner there, and type in what were we calling it? I want to say
Restore disk?
Restore. Yes, that was the word I was missing. 1,001 things. And then Lindsay says, hey, my computer's down. I need to make sure you're there tonight, which I planned on jumping on here, but when you're jumping on versus carrying it, it's a whole different scenario, and I still have 2,001 things going. But you can actually create the restore disk. I learned that the hard way. I didn't know. I paid the Geek Squad at Best Buy about $150, and they made discs for me. When I had 2010, I got a virus, and it wiped I had to wipe everything out, and they created those discs for me. And the guy happened to screw up at the end when I was getting my laptop back. He goes, "Well, I'll actually make them for you." And then I come to find out when I made them myself that all they had to do was click a button and slip the disc inside, and then it says, "Hey, put in another disc," and I put in about 4 or 5 discs and did everything on its own. Back in the day, you used to get your disc with your computer when you wanted to start it up or you needed to restore it or anything like that. But no, I basically went over everything. Yeah, right. Well, it's even better now that you can just do it yourself. It's just a matter of making sure that that's what you do when you get a new computer. I'm sure that once you sign up that you'll make some restore discs or when you get your computer back.
Yes, I will.
But yeah, below the video here are the steps to get started. I know we didn't have a real big class this evening. There might be a couple people. If you have questions, you can go back to the person that invited you here. Is there anyone else that has any questions? I don't see anything. Lisa made it back. She was clawing to get back online because the computer kicked her out. Same exact thing, only I killed the whole webinar for everybody. I'm sitting here talking, Lindsay, for 4 or 5 minutes to myself, and it was on another window. So I clicked over to see, and it said, it was like there's a little slide button on the front face of my laptop, and apparently I touched it because I was messing with the cord for my headphones. I kind of tuck it underneath, and I flipped it off, which turned rambling away talking about my experience in getting started to myself, actually, because I was offline, they said, for 4 minutes, 5 minutes or so. And that's why when I came back, I was like, you don't have to be real bright to make a lot of money, and it's not really that difficult for any of those that are watching this, down the road, or like Lindsay had said, if you can copy and paste and you can follow directions and you can plug into us, I showed you the ZNZ Solutions training site. I showed you the back office. What I didn't show you was the ZNZ Solutions team with over 600 people here on Facebook. Not everybody's active, but there's plenty of people in there, and there's usually somebody around the clock that can answer your questions. So there's really no reason whatsoever other than you making a decision to make a commitment to yourself. You don't pay ZNZ anything. You don't pay to sign up. You don't pay any monthly fees. You make a commitment to yourself and to your family, and that's really what it's all about, to make the changes in life. The best thing is you're in business for yourself. You control your own schedule. You can schedule it around your family's schedule. And perfect example, Lindsay. When I showed you earlier, it showed Tuesday nights. Well, her boys now have basketball Well, we can. Plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? You run your own business, but you're not a business by yourself. You have an entire network and a support team, and you have those that have been leading prior to, showing you the way. So sign up below the video to get started. If you have any questions, get together with the person that invited you there or contact one of us, and we will do our best to help you out. Anything else, Lynn?
That's it.
Okay, guys, thank you very much for being patient. Thank you for your understanding. Thank you for showing up. We love you, and we'll see you this time next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Have a good night.